Okay, in this video we're going to take a quick tour of our Canvas site. So when you log in, this is the page you'll start on, our home page, and at the top there's a guide, essentially a to-do list for the week, so you'll always know exactly what you're supposed to look at and complete. You'll also see a to-do list on the right-hand side here. This is a to-do list that Canvas created for you of things that you need to submit and are worth points. It's good to know these things are on your to-do list, but don't use this as your way to navigate to things you should be doing. That's definitely true for this course, and it's probably true for all of your Canvas courses, or at least most of them. When your instructor designs the course and sticks an assignment in it, it's usually in context. Like there's materials that go with the assignment you're supposed to complete. Maybe it tells you what you're supposed to read before you do it. And if you just navigate from the to-do list or from the gradebook, you're going to miss out on that context. So follow the to-do list that I made for you, which is the week 1 guide here. So start by watching this video, check. Then watch the syllabus video. Then take the syllabus quiz. Then update your Canvas notifications. Check out the Pronto stuff and get the Pronto app. And then get to work on the content for the week, and we have 2 modules that you'll look at. One is called Critical Thinking and the other one is called Arguments. And then you'll have some homework to complete, and then you'll complete a check-in. So if you scroll down, you'll see the video, you'll see the syllabus, the Canvas notifications, the Pronto video, and then at the bottom of the home page is essentially your textbook. Right now it's missing a bunch of links because I'm still updating the course, but I'll definitely have everything set up so you can start to work ahead soon. But for week 1, the materials you're going to look at are Mod 1, Part 1 Arguments, or Unit 1 Mod 1 Arguments, and then unfortunately, because of the way that I'm recording this, the whole screen isn't showing. The other module you'll look at is Unit 4 Mod 1 Critical Thinking, and the homework associated with these modules is due next Monday morning, 8 a.m., 8:24. This is essentially the material for the week. It doesn't have links to your homework assignment. This is like if you had read pages 1 through 10. That would be this. This is the material. So let's take a look at one. Here's the first module you'll be asked to complete, or review rather. And it's an introduction to critical thinking. For each module, there'll be some learning objectives. Your task isn't to look at and go through carefully every single thing you'll find in a module. There will often be way more resources than you'll really need. It depends on where you're at and how you're doing, right? So your task for each module is to make sure that you can achieve the learning objectives, and you'll know if you are achieving them because you'll be doing homework that tests your ability to achieve them. So usually you're going to want to read the text and use many of the resources that are posted, but sometimes there'll be more than you need, so keep that in mind. For the first one, you should probably look at everything in it. It's pretty short. So there's a text, what is critical thinking, there's a 2-minute video, and then there's a worksheet that you should complete as you watch 2 videos. There's 2 videos posted here. Let's go back to the home page. If you were to click on Mod 4, or Unit 4 Mod 1 here, Critical Thinking, it would take you to where we just were. If you move to the next one, Mod 1 Arguments, it'll take you to the materials here. Then there's a homework assignment. So you don't necessarily need to complete the homework assignments in order. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So when you click this, Homework Assignments, it's actually going to take you to this modules page. So if I were to click here or the modules, I'll end up on this page here. So there's some general resources at the top. This will always be here. And then for each week, there'll be a list of the things you need to submit. And when you've done them, there'll be check marks here. So that way you kind of can see like what you've already done. So for homework 1, there's actually 3 parts, and you can see which module the part goes with. So homework 1A goes with Unit 4 Mod 1 Critical Thinking, and this is where you'll submit that worksheet that I just showed you. And then the third part of the homework goes with Unit 1, Mod 1 arguments. So you might want to, again, I'm on the home page here, do this material, then complete the first two parts of homework 1, and then go look at the arguments material and then complete the third part. Instead of going through it on your to-do list this way, you could also go to the modules page, and let's say you haven't reviewed anything or looked, you just go to the first homework. There'll be a link to the module you're supposed to use. This is the same link that was in the guide, and it's the same link that's in the sort of schedule table at the bottom. So if we click it, we'll end up in that same spot. And there's also going to be information about the homework assignment. Note, Canvas calls everything that's graded automatically a quiz. So if you are trying to figure out, is this homework, is it a quiz, is it the final exam, use what I call it and what's in the syllabus, not what Canvas calls it. They're all quizzes to Canvas. So you'll get 3 attempts, there's no time limit, your best attempt, not your last attempt. It tells you how many questions and what they're worth, and also what the academic integrity standards for the assignment are. If we go back to the modules page, the other thing is submitting a worksheet, then there's another homework assignment, and then you'll end with your week 1 check-in. No time limit, but it should only take you a couple of minutes, and basic information is here. Okay, so that's the home page. That's what you're doing for week 1. That's where to find the materials. What else is in here? We've got a discussion section. There's a Q&A discussion forum. This was also at the top of the modules. If you look in general resources, you'll always be able to navigate to the syllabus, Canvas support, and this discussion forum. So feel free to ask questions about anything or share anything course related here. Another place that you can ask questions is in Pronto. For whatever reason, because I'm in the student view, it's not showing here, but if you have a question, open up Pronto and you can either send me a question or you can post a question to the whole class. And you're also highly encouraged to try to answer people's questions. Don't worry about getting stuff wrong. I mean, if you're not sure about your answer, say I'm not sure, but don't worry about getting it wrong because I'll be monitoring it and I will correct anything that's obviously wrong. So when you click reply, let's do a test post. So here's 2 buttons at the top here. New stuff will be displayed, but you can collapse things if there's a bunch of messages and uncollapse them this way or expand them. You can reply to the original or to people's questions. And then once you are, if there ends up being a chain, if you hover, you can collapse and expand individual threads as well. Neat discussion trick. Finally, let's take a look at the grades section. Okay, so first thing I want to point out is that this checkbox calculates based only on graded assignments, and if you are behind and I haven't yet filled in zeros for things you're behind on, your grade might look artificially high. Right, so when you unclick it, once I have more assignments in and there's a lot of stuff you haven't completed, your grade will look artificially low. So it's important to have a sense of, if you're caught up on everything and you've done some of the major assignments, it'll be a more accurate conception of what your grade is. The individual assignments are at the top and the categories are at the bottom. There's something down here called NA. That stands for not applicable. Don't worry about what this category is. It's not worth anything to you. You can also navigate to assignments here, but again, that's not the best way to do it. Once you've completed an assignment, you can review the answers. So this will be useful if you've completed a quiz and then you're studying for the final exam. There's a place where you can add comments to ask questions. This is not my favorite place for you to ask me questions or leave notes about your assignment. I do get them in emails, but they are not obvious and easy to miss. So if you want to leave a note about an assignment or reach out to me, use Pronto or send a Canvas message. And Canvas messages or conversations are here in the global nav menu on the left. Okay, that is Canvas. And again, this down here is essentially your textbook, and it will be updated soon. And in modules, you can see there's only week 1. I will get weeks 2 and 3 and whatever in here in advance. So in the very near future, you can start to work ahead if that's something you're interested in doing. Okay, I think that is everything. I look forward to working with you guys this semester.